Hey there, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Today is the first. Today is the day where we start this experience. It's called the Healthy Living Experience, and I wanted to drop 5 steps that you will be able to implement in your life to be able to have your own personal healthy living experience. So look, if that's something that you want to be able to do, look, stick around to the very end. You'll get all 5 steps, and I'm going to share that with you. Things that I've done, things that I've implemented into my life that's gotten me right here to where I am today. So I appreciate you for coming on. Just going to give you some quick information about me. And if you don't know who I am, and you're brand new to the Healthy Living Experience, my background is, it's not too much, it's not too different from, from just a lot of people. I grew up, humble beginnings, Newark, New Jersey, you know, did my time in elementary school, did my time in high school, did my time in college because I was told that that was the best way that I'd be able to find a secure job, that I'd be able to have the things that I wanted for my family. So I went and I did all of those things. So at some point, there was a paradigm shift, and that paradigm shift happened when I got laid off from a good job. Now, look, I told you that I graduated from college. I graduated from college with an accounting degree, and I'm certified as a public accountant in Maryland. So I was doing well in 2001, but I got called into the office by the boss, and the boss says, "Jay, today we're going to let you go. You're laid off officially." And I'm going to tell you, I kind of knew it was coming because a lot of people were being laid off. So I wasn't caught off guard, but I was not sure what I would do. But the only thing I could do was what I knew at that time, and that was to find me a job. I hustled up, I got a temp job, I started that temp job the next week, and 3 months went by, and something hit me in the face. Entrepreneurship, go into business, Jay. Do it yourself is what I was basically leaning towards. So I did it. 15 years, I'll fast forward, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of ups. And I love the fact that you can choose to do the things that you want to do, just like I'm choosing today to give you guys some steps that I believe that if you actually, implement them, because I did them myself, you will be able to, you know, I think live the healthy experience that I've already, started to live. So, a little bit about me now. I just want to back up and I want to give you some context into why I'm now in this healthy living experience, which is going to be a movement that's going to take over. We're going to take over the world. A lot of people are going to be talking about THLE, over the next few years. And it started when I got a phone call from my mom, not my dad, but from my mom, and she says, "Jay, your dad had a heart attack." This was October of 2003. We had just had our first son, and I'm gonna tell you that hit me like a ton of bricks. And all I knew at that point is that one, I did not want to have a heart attack. Two, I'd have to do something different because if I don't want to have a heart attack at 40, at 50, then I'm going to have to make some changes. And I'm going to tell you, as I started moving in that direction, that's what happened. So 2 years ago, I really got serious, started to do the things that I'm talking about now. And so it just led me to this point. So, look, the first step on living the healthy living experience, it starts with what you can see in your own eyes. Imagine what it is that you want out of your life. If you're talking about your health, you have to see it first. You have to have an understanding of what that looks like. That's called vision. It's also called having a why to get to the things that you want to do. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't understand." Well, what should I be looking for? How can I create a vision? Look, the vision is already inside of you. See, I can't give you your personal vision, but what I can give you is my own. See, my own vision started with hardship. It started with someone else getting sick. It started with my dad, and it put me in a position where I had to look out and I had to say, you know what? I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to work out. I'm going to be watching what I eat. I'm going to cut out foods that's going to hurt my body. I can control that. I'm going to put a picture up of somebody that I want to look like, and I'm going to look at that. And that's what I did. So the vision was set. Not going to do what dad did, but I'm going to do something that I know that I can do. And that's one, look, I can get out there, and I can start working out. I can start doing the things that's going to be necessary. But I had to see it first. So the first thing is vision. You've got to see it. Now, if you've got a long ways to go, and I know a lot of people have problems right here on step one. If you got a long ways to go, if you say to yourself, but Jay, I've tried everything. Well, I say, well, look, we're not going to try this one. What we're going to do is you're just going to have to realize that whatever you have done up until this point did not happen overnight. What if when you ate a piece of cake, you immediately blew up and gained 30, 40, 50 pounds? What if that happened? What if, you drank the soda and all of a sudden you could see the effects of, how this is going to, hurt your body? What if that happened immediately? See, if that happened immediately, then people wouldn't do the stuff. But because it happens over time, 1 day, 2 days, a month, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, you gained all that weight. 10 years you put it on. 20 years. How do you think it's going to come off? All right, so look. It took time for you to gain it. It took time for your health to get out of whack. Now we've got to take time to get your health back in check. So that starts with your vision of where it is that you want to go. Step number one. Step number two, I call this the law of addition and subtraction. You're going to need this one because you're going to have to remove and add some things into your life so that you can actually get to that vision. So think about it like this. You're going to have to remove some food that you love. This is a hard one because so many of us love a lot of stuff. And I'm going to tell you, I remember starting on this journey, and I remember I said, I'm not going to drink sodas. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to drink water. Now, I'm not saying I've never had a soda. I've never tasted soda in the past 10 years. I have. But over the past couple of years, it's really been nil, almost zilch, because I realized that that's not good for me. That's going to put extra weight on me. That's going to do some things to my body that my body's not going to be able to recognize. So I'm going to need to make sure that I don't do that. Then there's certain other types of foods that I'm going to have to limit. Some that I'm not going to eat because I'm going to look at those labels and I'm going to see, ooh, stay away from the ice cream. Stay away from the cookies and stay away from the things that's going to take you down. So that's called the law of subtraction. So now, after you started to remove, now look, I'm going to give you one tip here. You do not have to remove these things immediately. I would say start with 1 to 2, remove one thing, add one thing. That's what you do. You start and you start building up 21 days doing it. You'll have a habit. You'll start forming some habits of not doing something and forming some habits of doing something. So now you've removed some things, then you've got to add. Like, look, I'm gonna say you may have to add. You're gonna have to add working out. You're gonna have to put a schedule in. You're gonna have to start doing some things that's gonna get your body going. You may even have to remove some people. Toxic people. What about those people that may not be in your corner? They may say, you can't do that. I don't know if that's going to work for you. Ooh, you may have to stop talking to those people until you can get yourself in check. So you may not you may not be able to talk to mom, or you may not be able to talk to dad, or you may not be able to talk to your best friend. Because sometimes our closest friends and family will say the things that can actually hurt us. So the law of addition and subtraction, you're going to have to remove, you're going to have to add some things that's going to help you to get to that vision that we've already set out in step number one. Step number three. This is the partner up. You got to partner up with someone. I call this the law of two. So look, they say where two are gathered, where two are gathered, so much can happen just with two. The power of two people. So look, you're going to want to find somebody that you can confide in. They don't necessarily have to work out with you. They don't necessarily have to do everything with you, but they have to be able to hold you accountable. Now, if they can do it with you, awesome. If you can get one other person to do it with you, to get on their personal healthy living experience, if they could do it, then what happens is now you both can feed off of the energy that you guys have. And now you can be accountable to each other for the visions that you both have set out for yourself. The law of two. This is fun. See, now this is where you start having fun, because now you're calling up, you're meeting up, you're having a good time. You know, there may be some pain, but you got somebody there to help you up. So if you really want to win at this, and I'm gonna tell you now, I was able to kind of do this by myself, and I'm saying I'm a different type of person. I got to be transparent here. I'm a different type of person. I am self-motivated in most. I will motivate myself to a detriment. I will do things that maybe everybody may not be able to do because, I just go out and do them. But but in the past year or so, I did find a partner. I do have a partner. We always talking with each other. We're always making sure that we're on track. But we're on track now. I remember in the beginning, we had to get it going. Now it's just like clockwork. So make sure you partner up. Make sure you have one other person that's working with you. That's step number three. We're almost to the end, and this is going to be fun, guys. The healthy living experience is going to change the world. I'm not going to say it's just going to change your life. It's going to change the world. Number four. Let's see. The step number four, that's going to be you've got to track everything. Ooh, you say, well, wow. Okay, so now you're eating right. Track it. You're working out, track it. Because look, you have to know what it is that one you're putting in your body, and you have to know what you're doing physically so that you can say that over the course of this amount of time, wow, these are all the miles I've walked. These are all the miles I've run. Wow, this is all the water I'm drinking. This is all the green vegetables I'm eating. You see where I'm going with this? There are so many apps that you can use now with the Fit Bands, and you got the Nike Plus app. Samsung has an app on the phone. There's an app for everything. There's food tracking apps. So look, go find the one that's going to work for you. I'm going to tell you what I mainly do. I mainly track my workouts. I'm tracking the days. I'm tracking different things that I'm doing. With the food, I never did personally, but I see my wife, she does the food tracking. So for a person like yourself that may need a little bit of you need a little bit of systematizing what it is that you're doing. So that's why I put this in here. You must track everything. You must get a journal. And I actually do have a journal. I write in my journal every day the things that I'm grateful for. I write in my journal the things that I would love to accomplish today, the things that I wish I would have done today. The affirmations of being a the healthy living experience brand, being a multi-millionaire. These are the types of things that I'm writing down in my journal. So you got to have a journal, and you want to track everything because this is what's going to get you to your ultimate goal that we set out in number one, and that's your vision. So look, we're coming down to the end. And anytime something ends, I get it. I'm like, man, it's about to be over. But here's the deal. Number five is where you have to have your commitment set. You have to commit to what it is that you're going to do. Period. Point blank. You cannot win. You cannot achieve these results if you're not committed. See, commitment is it basically is when you don't feel like doing it and you still do it. That's when you know you've got commitment. See, a lot of times people get happy, they start something, it's a week, it's 2 weeks, and then next thing you know, something happens, you get knocked off, you're not doing it. I remember when I started this experience, I went 90 days straight running on bad knees. Running on them outside. 2.25 miles every single day for 90 days. Look, I'm going to tell you, there was days I wanted to quit. It was getting cold. It was not fun because my knees were hurting. But I made the commitment that this experience that we would create would change the world. So look, today as you've gotten through step number one, that's your vision. You've gotten through step number two, and that's the law of addition and subtraction. You're now partnering up with someone, that's the law of two, so you can have accountability. Step number four, you're going to track everything that you do, from your workouts to your food to everything that you want to write down. Have a journal. Step number five, you are committed to the end. You will commit to do this forever. You're not going to commit on 90 days. You're not going to commit to do it just this year. You're going to commit to do this for your life. See, the healthy living experience doesn't end. It continues, and this experience will go on for years to come. So guys, I really am so grateful that you stopped by today. I appreciate you for listening to the very end, and you've got the 5 steps. Look, come back to this video if you need to. It's going to be available. So what I want you to do is have these 5 steps. Utilize these 5 steps. But if you could only do me one favor, that's it. I don't want you to do a whole lot. Share this information with somebody else. Take this post and share it into your network. Because there are people actively in your network right now looking for the healthy living experience. They need steps that they can implement in their life, and I believe that these simple steps can be used by anyone that will follow them and that will commit to doing them. So my name is Jay Moore, and I'm thoroughly excited and just thankful for you guys today. I look forward to the upcoming experience videos that we'll post. And if you have any questions, definitely check us out. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/The Healthy Living Experience. I look forward to connecting with you. Come over and like our page. And God bless you. Take care.